You're listening to Bernadette Gold Unfiltered, which means you're ready for a new level in business, health, and life. Hit subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear it. No filter, no fluff. Let's go. I want to talk about fear in this episode, not the motivational version, not the feel the fear and do it anyway version, the real version, because fear is running more decisions right now than most people are willing to admit. And before we go any further in this series, we need to name it. Here's what I know about fear: the moment you name it, it loses most of its power. Most, not all, but most. So let's name it. First, the manufactured fear. I said this in episode 1, and I'm going to say it again because it matters. A lot of the fear that you're feeling right now, it's not yours. It was put there by the media, by the noise, by the people who benefit from you staying scared, staying small, and staying dependent. Fear is the most effective control mechanism ever invented. A scared person doesn't think clearly. A scared person reacts instead of responds. A scared person grabs the nearest version of safety, even when that version of safety is the thing that's hurting them in the first place. They go back to the job search, take the first offer, discount their rate just to close a client. They stay on a platform that's slowly extracting everything they have, not because it's the right move, because they're scared, they're afraid. Now, here's the second thing about fear: some of it is real, and that's okay. Fear is a normal human response to change, to uncertainty, to the unfamiliar. You don't have to be instantly fearless. Nobody is. Not the entrepreneur who just launched their first offer, not the executive who just filed for their LLC, not the creator who just posted the most vulnerable thing they have ever said online. Fear shows up for all of them. The difference isn't the absence of fear. The difference is what you do with it. And what I've watched fear make smart people do actually breaks my heart. They try harder against impossible demands. They stress more, sleep less, work longer. They sacrifice their health, their relationships, their mental and emotional state. They become disconnected from themselves, ignoring every signal their body's sending, every signal their intuition is sending, every signal that says, can't keep doing this. This is not sustainable. This is not aligned. This is not who you are, until they can't ignore it anymore. I know this not just from watching clients. I know it because I lived it. When I was 28 years old, I was working as a business development director for a narcissistic boss. She was draining me every single day, well into the night. And I stayed. Not because the job was right, not because I was being treated so well, not because I was even growing or contributing or becoming more of who I was. I stayed because I was afraid. Afraid I couldn't make a living doing what I actually wanted to do. Afraid that if I left the structure, even though the structure was hurting me, there'd be nothing on the other side. But here's what I know now that I didn't know then. That was a lie. That fear, it was lying to me. The fear said, you can't survive without this. The truth was, I couldn't continue to survive inside it. And the moment I left, everything changed. Not overnight and immediately, not without difficulty. The direction changed, and direction is everything. So let me ask you, what is fear telling you right now? That might also be a lie. That you can't make a living doing what you actually want, that it's too late, you're too old, that you're not enough, don't have enough experience, credentials, followers, capital, connections to build something real. Those are all lies. I've watched people with less than you build extraordinary lives, businesses, things. Not because they're fearless, because they named the fear, stopped letting it make their decisions, moved through it, and moved forward anyways. Here's what I want you to do with the fear you're carrying right now. Name it out loud if you can. Say it. I'm afraid of, finish the sentence. Because the fear you name is the fear you can work with. The fear you can't name is the fear that controls you. And you're done being run by something you never consciously choose. The manufactured fear, release it. It's not yours to carry. The real fear, name it, sit with it, and then ask yourself, is this fear-based or is this truth? And I have a rule about truth. If it's truth, it has to be true 100% of the time. So again, is this fear or is this truth? Is it based on a story someone else wrote about what's possible for me? Because after the amount of time that I've been doing this work, I've never met a person who could name their fear honestly, did the work to clear what was running underneath it, and came out the other side wishing they had stayed scared. Not one. Again, what is the fear that is making your decisions right now? And is it telling you the truth? I'll see you in episode 4. This is Bernadette Gold, Unfiltered.